Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's me, Techie72 here, and in today's video, so you just read the title there, my friends, I am talking about Geno, and why is that exactly? Well, that's because that ever since Geno became a Mii Costume once again last month, it makes me question and also raises an eyebrow for myself because, we all know that Geno is one of the most highly requested characters for Smash Bros. Not just Smash Bros. Ultimate, but the series as a whole, and he's one of the most beloved Mario characters, and especially a fan favorite in Super Mario RPG. But since Geno became a Mii Costume again, a lot of fans, as we saw from different social media platforms, there were a lot of disappointment that he once became a Mii Costume again, while some of the other fans out there are celebrating that he isn't a fighter at all. And to me, he was one of my top 6 characters, but I had to put him at the lowest point of my list, and that's because that because when Sephiroth was announced as a fighter, I had to expect Geno to come back as a Mii Costume. And then I expected that to happen, and it came true, honestly. It's not to say that I wanted to happen. It would have been cool if he was a fighter. I just expected that to somehow happen again, because it was like the Cloud situation again, with the whole, because when Cloud was announced, Geno was also a Mii Costume as well, and it's kind of the same deal for Sephiroth. But the question I had in mind when Geno was announced was he likely at all? Was Geno likely to become a fighter at all? And that's what we are going to be discussing throughout this entire video. So please understand that I'm not saying that Geno wasn't really likely or not likely or very likely to come as a fighter. I'm just saying the possibilities of him becoming or being included as part of the roster, and that's just one thing that raises an eyebrow. But let's first off start with the history regarding Geno's inclusion to Smash Bros. I made that video a year ago, so now I'm gonna be recapping once again with a bit of updates as well. So let's start off with Smash 64. In Smash 64, Geno wasn't that relevant or popular at the time, and they were more focused on characters like Bowser or Mewtwo, Mart, all those characters. Well, not entirely sure about Mart, because Sakurai loves Fire Emblem, even though Fire Emblem was not relevant at America, but at the West at the time. But anyways, as I was trying to say, Geno was barely even mentioned in Smash 64, or even, as a prime candidate. Then, after that, Smash Melee. Geno was voted as number 8 as one of the most, requested Mario characters, but Bowser and Peach took the spot instead, while Wario and, other characters came to, Brawl, and Waluigi was forever an assist trophy. Next up is Brawl. Now, Brawl is when the big thing happened, and that is because Sakurai stated that he wanted to have Geno in this game due to him having such a unique design and how he has a hand and how his hand is basically a gun. That would make such a unique moveset for Geno, but due to copyright and licensing issues regarding Square Enix, because keep in mind, Geno was co-created by Square, and because Mario RPG was also developed by Square. This is the whole thing. And due to licensing issues, Geno wouldn't make it at all. Then Smash 4 came. Now this game exactly gave a lot of opportunities for new IPs, and especially some characters that are either fan requested, King K. Rool, and some of the Pokemon characters. It really doesn't matter at some point, and it also introduces some new IPs like Mega Man, Xenoblade, Final Fantasy VII, Bayonetta, all those characters, Street Fighter, the series, all those fantastic ones. But Geno was also one of the prime candidates. But like I said in the beginning, Cloud was taken as the first character that came from Square Enix, and Geno became a Mii Costume. And that makes me question either the fact that Square didn't cooperate or they wanted Cloud more, because Cloud, he's owned by Square, and fans thought Square was very stingy, but, there's this whole thing going on, but Geno was a Mii Costume last game, and now in Ultimate. Now this is where the big thing happened. When Geno was announced as a spirit, well, not announced, he was shown as a spirit, and keep in mind, the whole spirit, cannot be fighter fan rule was still a thing, but since Min debunked it, it gave more hope for Geno to come as a fighter. But then Sephiroth came. Sephiroth was the third Square Enix rep, and Hero was a character, but let's ignore Hero. I'm talking about my boy Sephiroth, but it's my opinion, alright? Anyways, as I was saying, Sephiroth took the spot, and Geno once became a Mii Costume. So the fact that Geno was shown as a spirit and then a Mii Costume makes me think that Square wouldn't cooperate at all, or maybe Sakurai wouldn't take this character seriously anymore. As much as Sakurai wanted this character back in Brawl, I feel like that this character, Geno, was barely even like taken serious anymore, while other characters like, I don't know, like Steve from Minecraft, or the Joker from Persona 5, Banjo-Kazooie, and I guess Terry Bogard. Maybe Violet, but I have no idea. And so, I listed all the issues I talked about regarding the whole, I don't know, Geno inclusion to Smash Bros. Now, like I said in the beginning, I'm not saying that Geno would have been likely at all, and I'm not saying that, I don't know, Geno would be a bad pick. He would be a cool pick in my opinion. But the fact that Geno keeps getting this, like, whole copyright issues really goes to show how Geno was not taken serious anymore. And, I mean, come on, why else did Sephiroth, like, why else did Final Fantasy didn't get that much music or any sort of content at all? That's because Square and the whole copyrights was a very, very difficult thing to, like, produce or even, like, or I don't know, get the license to, but it was a hard thing. So this makes me think that Geno would have been likely. I mean, he was likely, and he was like a huge, highly requested character. It would have been that if Geno would be a fighter, then we're not entirely sure what content he would bring. And besides, in my opinion, I feel like we had enough Mario characters for now. But if there's ever going to be a Smash Bros. Game, which I honestly doubt there will be, I feel that if Geno would come in that game, then I think that would have been better. But I just do not think Geno would have been likely at all if it weren't for, like, the whole copyright issues. So, in conclusion, Geno would be a fine and great fighter and a good candidate for the roster, but the likeliness for the whole copyrights and Square honestly just makes me think that he was not taken serious anymore. But I want to know your guys' opinions down below, or what you really think. Was Geno really likely to come to Smash Bros. Ultimate at all? To me, I mean, I explained throughout this entire video, so I don't think I really need to explain, but I want to know your guys' opinions down below about Geno becoming a Mii Costume. Like, do you think Geno is perfect as a Mii Costume, or would you prefer him as a fighter? Just let me know your opinions down below. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember this, once a legend, always a legend.
Like a Hellcat.